Hello and welcome to Legacy IS Academy. So in today's video, we are going to study about the spices export market. Why are we studying about spices export market is because something related to spices has been into news. Two major brands of spices in India, one is MDH, the other being Everest, has been charged for presence of certain chemicals which are carcinogenic in nature. Okay? So consequently, Singapore as well as Hong Kong have banned and recalled the products of MDH and Everest which were existing in the market. Okay? So for all these reasons it has been into news. Plus we also have a recent report, Global Trade Research Initiative, it's an Indian body. Okay? It's an Indian body which is focusing on trade, investment and climate change. Okay? So they have said that because of this move by Hong Kong as well as Singapore, almost 50% of the spices market in export will be affected because of this. Okay? So because of all of these reasons, it is running in news. Now coming to the statistics of spices sector, India is the largest producer, consumer as well as exporter of spices in the world. World's largest producer, consumer as well as exporter of spices. Okay? In India, spices is completely governed by a body called Spices Board. Okay? Spices Board is a statutory body matlab it should be having a legal backing, and the name of the act is also Spices Board Act, which comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay? So this was about the regulator of spices in India. Now talking about the statistics related to spice export. Okay? Spices export together comprises of fourth ranking in agricultural commodities that are moving out of India. Okay? That is being exported from India. Isme fourth ranking is held by spices. The first one is marine products. First one is marine products. Second is non-basmati rice. Third is basmati rice, and fourth one is spices. Okay? Spices alone comprises of 41% of the horticulture produce that is being exported from India. Okay? Horticultural crops that are being exported, uska value, if we are talking in terms of value, it is 41% is spices. Okay? What are the spices that are exported from India? We have chili powder, cumin, turmeric and cardamom, and spices are also imported to India. So we do import spices from Sri Lanka and some Southeast Asian countries. That includes nutmeg, coriander, cinnamon, asafoetida and cumin also. Okay? Although we are exporting and one of the producers of cumin, but the consumption rate is quite high, so we need to import also. Okay? Now talking about the recent issues with respect to spice export. So first is, what are the why has it come into news? We discussed ki MDH and Everest mein we have found a certain chemical which is carcinogenic in nature. Carcinogenic matlab it causes cancer. Okay? And consequently Hong Kong and Singapore have banned this and recalled the product. The name of the chemical is ethylene oxide. Okay? Secondly, we have also discovered, matlab Hong Kong and Singapore has also discovered the presence of Salmonella bacteria. Salmonella bacteria is responsible for majority of the stomach related dysenteries. Okay? Stomach related infections ke liye we have Salmonella bacteria, and they have found Salmonella contamination in these products. Okay? Plus the equipments as well as the utensils being used at the production center of MDH as well as Everest, all of them have been found contaminated by FDA. Okay? Under FDA's inspection, they have found inadequate sanitation facilities. Plus, there have been quality. Previously, European Union had banned some of Indian spices because of the quality issues. So there was an already existing quality issues, rejection or quality issues in European Union ke market mein. Okay? Plus, with respect to spices, we have an ongoing trade war. Trade war basically aims to reduce the prices of spices, Indian spices, okay, to bring down the global prices of the spices being exported from India. Okay. Plus inadequate infrastructure and logistics to transfer the product, to transfer the spices from the area where it is being produced to the export area center and the processing center, the packaging center. Iske liye we do not have a proper logistics and infrastructure support. So these were the existing issues. Okay. But what is the significance of spices for India? First of all, it helps in diversification of agriculture. As we discussed, amongst the export market that is moving out from India, from the agriculture sector, we have marine products, non-basmati rice, basmati rice. So two major component are agriculture sector, okay, and allied sector. So marine fisheries also will become allied sector. So it helps in diversification of agriculture. Secondly, export related earnings are also significant from spices. Plus cultural preservation, because India has been historically known for production of spices. We actually were discovered for the demand for spices only, okay. So it also helps in preservation of this culture that India is correlated to spices, and the employment generation as well. It definitely helps in a huge amount of employment generation being carried out in Kerala, okay. What are the government initiatives in increasing the spices as well as promoting the export? We have Export Promoting Capital Goods Scheme. EPCG scheme aims to permit certain capital goods that can be brought to India, can be imported to India, which will help in promotion of exports. So this is known as Export Promotion Capital Goods Scheme. So some incentivization will be given to those products which are being imported to India, these goods being capital goods only, okay, if these goods are ultimately helping in increasing the exports. So this is EPCG scheme that has been carried out to promote exports. Plus, Spice House certification scheme has been carried out for a better certification of the spices. Plus, research and development through Indian Council of Agriculture has also been carried out, research. Then we have promotion campaigns. For example, Brand India and Flavor It are the branding campaign which says that this spice brand is coming from India and has been certified and checked for its quality. Okay? So, what is the way forward to this? So, what should be the solution? A suggestion. So, first of all, we need to carry out thorough investigation. If MDH and Everest has been blamed for this, point number one, Government of India should carry out an independent investigation to check and the publication, the findings should be publicized in public domain. It should be visible to the public. This will majorly bring back the confidence to Indian spice market. Okay? So, this will be aimed for global trust that we have currently lost. Second is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, that is FSSAI, along with the Spices Board. Okay? They need to increase the sample size of the investigating spices that they are carrying out. So, for example, they are currently investigating spices 5 grams, 10 grams, something like this. They need to increase the sample size and the areas, the farms through which the processing centers at which this is being processed. Okay? Plus, market diversification. We need to diversify the market. So, we need not be limited to some of the Oceanian countries, for example, Australia, New Zealand. Now, they have also come up into investigating whether ethylene oxide has been found or not. So, we need to diversify the market. Okay? So that we can sell our produce to longer distances, other countries as well. Okay? And we also need to improve the infrastructure. So that can be one of the way forward related to spices. Now with that we come to the end of this topic. I wish you all the very best and thank you so much.